Hello and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report with head men's basketball coach Joe Mihalich. Today we're joined by Coach in an airport version of the WB Mason Coaches Report. Coach, headed to Jackson, Mississippi. How's the start of your Thanksgiving holiday?
Well, it is one of those days when you're reminded how thankful you are for so many things, and on my list for sure is how thankful I am to be the basketball coach at Hofstra University.
Coach, now off to a 3-2 start this year. Your overall thoughts on the South Florida game, a 71-70 loss to the Bulls?
Oh, it was devastating. We had them beat. We just didn't finish it. When you're up 11 with 4 minutes to go, you need to finish it off. And, it was just a classic combination of, we had 8 possessions and scored on all 8, and we turned it over 3 times. It was just, it's going to sting. It's going to be one of those games that we'll just think of all year long. But, it is what it is, and we have to learn from it and deal with it. And it's not going to go away. It's not going to change, but we have to use it to make us a better team the rest of the year.
You just mentioned you got to learn from it. Can you take positives, I guess, learning aspects from a game like that?
Well, without a doubt, and that's what we have to do. I mean, that's your choice. I mean, you either we outplayed a BCS team on their floor for 36 minutes. I mean, we just dominated the game and just didn't quite finish it off for whatever reason. So, it's going to stick with us. It's not going to go away. But yeah, there's a lot of positives. We played very well.
Individually, can you talk about Amin Tanksley? Last couple games, 5 threes in each game. He's really starting to shoot the ball well, isn't he?
Yeah, it's funny. Shooting's I guess it's like putting if you're a golfer. I mean, it just kind of comes and goes a little bit. But because 2 weeks ago he felt like he couldn't make a shot. He was staying after practice and working on his shot. And, I guess it's paid off because the last 2 games he's really shot it well. I think he had 5 threes in each of those games. So the danger with that is that he needs to not fall in love with the 3-point shot because he is a physical guy. He can drive to the basket as well. He rebounds. We got to make sure he's still getting some offensive rebounds and still attacking the basket, not settling just for that 3-point shot.
Brian Bernardi, another broke out of, I guess, a mini slump. Had 4 3-pointers against South Florida. Can you talk about his efforts this year and his game against South Florida?
Well, I mean, he's a coach's dream. I mean, no one works harder than Brian Bernardi. And, it just shows in how well he shoots the ball. I mean, he's a gifted shooter, but he's good because of his work ethic. That's for sure. So, it's great to see him stretch the defenses out. I think we're able to get him a few more shots these last couple of games, and we have to keep working to do that.
Next up for the Pride is a game at Jackson State tomorrow, Friday night. Obviously, a very important contest for the Pride during this long road trip. Can you talk about Jackson State a little bit?
I sure can, and I'll tell you this: when we did the schedule, there's a couple games on the schedule that I knew would be very difficult games, and I also knew that no one would think that. So, whether it's fans, family, girlfriends, boosters, you name it, no one realizes what a good team this is and what a tough game this is going to be to play in Jackson, Mississippi. It's their home opener against a very, very good team who was leading by 2 points with 3 minutes to go at St. Bonaventure just the other night. So it's going to be a real challenge for us. They're a very good team, but again, no one knows that. Nobody thinks they're any good. So that'll be part of the challenge.
Can you talk about this week? It's a week-long road trip. Trips like this are really great for team camaraderie and getting guys a little closer, especially still with conference play like a month away.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, and it's different. It's different. I mean, would you rather be with your family? Well, of course you would, but the next best thing is to be with your second family, and that's the basketball, the team. And it's neat. It's the memories are what you'll never forget. It's as you said, the camaraderie. It's the records are through the years. Records will fade, but it's the principles that endure, and these kinds of principles of family and being together and really caring for each other. They'll always remember this. They'll always remember that Thanksgiving in Jackson, Mississippi.
The South Florida game ended a 3 games in 5-day stretch. Now back to a slightly more normal schedule. How important is that to get back to like a schedule where you can have a few days to prepare for each opponent?
Oh, that's a tough thing to do. It was really, but everything's salesmanship, right? And so we said to the team, listen, in March, we want to play 3 games in 3 days, let alone 3 games in 5. So, we had an extra day if you want to look at it that way, we had an extra day in between. But it's really hard. It's hard to recover physically. It's hard to recover mentally, and it's hard to prepare for those games. And that's all the more reason it stung to not get that 3rd game because we we came within one defensive stop of getting 3 in all 5 games, and three of those games in 5 days.
The South Florida game started a stretch for your program, 11 of your next 14 away from home, from November 25th to January 17th. How important is learning to be a great road team going to be during that stretch heading into CA play?
Just how much are you trying to ruin my day right now? Yeah, sure, being on the road is part of the game. And good teams win on the road, and you gotta embrace it. And I think our guys do. We like being on the road, and toughness hopefully is going to be one of our. I don't think it's one of our best qualities right now, but toughness is going to have to be something that this team has for 40 minutes, and you get it by being on the road and winning on the road.
Back at home next week, the Mac Sports Complex. Looking forward to returning home next week.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. You talk about 3 games in 5 days. I mean, now Friday at Jackson State, tomorrow, that's 4 games in 8 days. So it's not much better. So that's when the tough stretch really ends.
Coach, thank you for joining us today, and good luck tomorrow at Jackson State.
Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody.